Mainstream media has been taking a huge interest in the past 2 years in the subject of UFOs. And I mean, I've been into UFOs forever, as I know you have, Matthew, and I know Joe, you've been curious about them also. And from my perspective, this in the past 2 years, the amount of mainstream media interest it's the biggest I've ever seen. I've never seen it this much this intensive. And when I say biggest, I mean like seriously looking at it, not, goofing on it or laughing or haha, look at these fucking mental cases, but like for real, like something is going on here. This
Plus, also, you mentioned media taking interest in it. There's been a lot of TV shows created recently too.
right. Yeah.
There's a mindset out there about it going on.
For sure. But the difference there, Joe, is like in the 90s, there was a million fucking UFO. There was like X-Files and all these other shows that would come out and be UFO/conspiracy centric. But it was all done as fiction and it was all a goof. There was nothing real about it. People watched the X-Files and they loved the intrigue and they loved the show. But I think the vast majority of people that were into the X-Files, it was like them watching fucking Star Trek or Doctor Who. It was a fun hour, but there was no accuracy. There was no truth. It was just a fictional show that was fun to watch. The difference now is that these topics are coming forward and people are looking at them like, oh, well, this might be real. Something is going on here, with the Tic Tac gimbal footage, to the Stars Academy, all these the Wilson leaks, blah blah blah, on and on and on. In the mainstream media, this subject seems to be taken seriously now, or beginning to be taken seriously, as opposed to, the snickering and the X-Files theme on the news play when they talk about this stuff. And my question to you guys, to begin a conversation, is that with all these leaks and these topics that are suddenly being taken seriously in the mainstream media, do you think we are on the path to disclosure?
When's it going to happen?
Yeah. Or is it if is it going to happen? And if it is it going to happen next week? Is it going to happen 10 years from now? I mean, what's your general feeling on this?
I'm not too convinced that it's going to happen anytime soon, because I've seen this too many times in the past.
Uh-huh.
That is my general feeling, is that when people start getting, wound up and talking about these things in terms of, yes, we've got them now, we've got military people on side and we've got secret tape recordings and meetings have happened, we've got the minutes and it's all this sort of stuff, and it's I've been there, heard that all before. I mean, anyone who's a ufologist and kind of followed this type of stuff, these things come out and people are sort of associated with them. I mean, the latest Admiral Wilson stuff, where he's supposedly making these conversational points about, secret military departments and knowing more than they can say and whatnot. I mean, it's all attributed to the guy, but he hasn't actually come forward on the record at the moment. So it's a lot of hot air.
Right.
Hang on. Oh, sorry. That's my hay fever. I was thinking, should I press the mute button? I couldn't get to it in time.
That's no worries.
Right.
If you got to sneeze, you got to sneeze. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so the other thing is, I mean, is there more interest at the moment, or has there been in the past? I think there has been slightly more in the past, to be honest. I do feel that we peaked in the 90s, with the interest certainly in the UK with the programs we've got coming on. You maybe have more shows than we have access to in the UK, but then you've got the strange kind of transformation of like the History Channel, which
that's true.
From being a serious history channel into being actually more an entertainment channel.
Well, the History Channel used to be the World War II channel, right? Back in the 90s, you turn on the History Channel, every fucking show was World War II, Hitler, and all that shit. Now it's whenever you turn it on, it's paranormal or UFOs.
Ancient aliens.
Yeah, exactly.
Which led to the great meme, we do not know what this is, therefore aliens.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Aliens.
It becomes a joke,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I hear what you're saying, Matthew, but what I'm getting at is mainstream media's attitude to it. I mean, I remember when the MJ12 documents were released in what, 88 or 89, and that came out, and people in ufology, were losing their shit, right? They were really, is this real? Is it fake? This is groundbreaking. Disclosure's coming. Blah blah blah. But mainstream media was like, look at these fucking mental cases with these documents. Ha ha ha! It's obviously bullshit, right? Whereas today, media is like, whoa, something's going on here. That's the point I'm making, is that mainstream media's attitude currently has changed.
Do you think mainstream media would question the government or do investigative reporting, to get the answers? No. Or would they be told to go along with what they're...
I doubt it, dude. I really doubt that scenario. What do you think, man?
I was just thinking, too, like if the only way I think things are going to come out is if the media or somebody in the news is going to expose something to make the government talk. I don't think the government's going to get up there and have this big presentation, like what's that movie, Independence Day or whatever.
Yeah.
My
fellow Americans.
Yeah, they got the big UFO hovering above the White House.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know. I would like I think there's definitely something going on, but like Matthew was saying, like it's happened before too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there is a vibe going on. I just wonder if the media would go along with it or question it.
Well, I think the media will toe the company line, right? The media, okay. This idea that the media is going to investigate and bring the truth out is this. This is not the fucking Watergate era. That's in it now. It's the media is basically a public relations firm for the fucking government. If the government says, "Hey, print this story, do it now," they don't say, "Well, this is obviously bullshit. We're not going to print this." They say, "Okay, we'll print it right now." That's the difference, right? The media is the lapdog of the authorities that be.